come squishing into this room. Really appreciate that. My name is Brett Lawrence, and I'm going to be your master of ceremonies as well as just your designate for any questions today. But yeah, I will start here. So good afternoon, all. Thank you, first responders and members of the press, for attending today. My name is Brett Lawrence. I'm a Community Development Manager with Canadian Blood Services. I'm honored to be speaking with you all today. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Treaty 1 territory, and the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and the homelands of the Métis Nation. I'm very thankful to be involved with this campaign again. Sirens for Life is Canadian Blood Services' national initiative, engaging first responders across Canada to help save lives by donating blood and plasma, and by raising awareness about the importance of stem cell and organ and tissue donation. With this campaign, the teams represented in this room will help us fill over 4,000 open appointments here at 777 William Avenue this summer. The summertime is historically a difficult time to collect blood and blood products, but with your help, I am confident that we will engage longtime and new donors to take the time out of their busy schedules to help save a life this summer. As first responders, your support for Sirens for Life goes above and beyond your commitment and civic duty. As first responders, you've had firsthand experience with people in their most vulnerable moments when they may have even needed blood products. It may take 50 donors to help one person in a car accident, or 8 donors to help someone with internal bleeding. To ensure these people receive their essential treatment, we need donors like those in this room and those attending the donor center today to donate blood, and brave people like you to help those people receive the life-saving treatment. On behalf of the patients in your communities and across Canada, thank you for your generosity and dedication to save lives. I would next like to call up Acting Chief Art Senard, who will be speaking on behalf of the Winnipeg Police Service.
Thank you for inviting us to be here. We wanted to be here today as partners with our law enforcement and first responder families, so thank you for that. My history is I used to give blood a long time ago, and then I got away from it. I made every excuse not to give blood, and I was always too busy to give blood. And then I realized throughout the years, I see the first responders doing tremendous work out there, helping people, saving people, doing the best they can until they get to the hospital. But then I realized after that we need tools in the hospitals too. We see that amazing health and the hospital staff helping people, but they need blood. They need blood products to help recovery. So I'm here today to say I'm starting giving blood today again, and looking forward to working with all our partners. We'll win this for sure. So the Winnipeg Police Service will win this contest. Sure. And but I'm urging everybody to get blood and to reach out in their hearts and to, we need to do that. We need to work as a community and work together. And so I'm happy to be here. So thank you for this. And we'll win this contest.
Thank you, Chief. I would next like to call up Inspector Eric Luke to have say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eric Luke. I'm with the Winnipeg Police, as you can see. As Acting Chief Stannard had mentioned before, this also is my first year, and selfishly I feel a little bit silly saying this publicly, but in September of 2023, I was involved in a fairly significant motorcycle accident, and through that accident, it brought to the forefront the importance of giving blood, how it saves people's lives day in, day out, time and time again. It's very important to make sure that everyone does their part. It helped me out in a time of need, and I want to say from here on out, I guess it's selfishly, it's the first year I'm doing it, but it's going to be a commitment for me from here until I'm done my career and past, to continue to give blood and help out those in need. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Inspector Eric Luke. Next up, I'd like to call RCMP Staff Sergeant Clint Stuckles.
Good afternoon, everyone. As I was introduced, I'm Staff Sergeant Clint Stuckles. I was a last-minute addition, so Acting Commissioner Superintendent McMurtry couldn't make it, so I'm the replacement. So it trickled down to me. So on behalf of Manitoba RCMP, and especially Assistant Commissioner McMurtry. I'm happy to be here today to give blood. I'm not a sole donor. I've given before, but it's been kind of sporadic. But hearing personal stories has really reinforced the value of, especially my blood. I'm full negative, so I get phone calls all the time. So in a true emergency, that's what they're looking for is what flows through my veins, and it's replenishable product. So I have no excuse really to not be here, and to convince others from my agency to be here as well. So just to reinforce the fact that the needs there. Summer months are full in swing. A lot of activities going on. There's a lot of people out and about. And as a byproduct of that, there's probably likely going to be more accidents and more significant need for blood during these summer months. So the RCMP, I do hear we are the underdog, and WPS has already said that they're going to win this. So we'll happily accept that challenge as the underdogs, and hopefully we'll have a better outcome than Edmonton this year for that. And I'd just like to thank Canadian Blood Services for putting on the launch of this event, and good luck to everybody during the challenge.
Thank you. I would next like to introduce my colleague, Christy McPhee. For those that don't know, Christy McPhee works with the stem cell recruitment wing of our department. And those in the room will be excited to know that as a new way to gain points for the campaign this year, we are also counting registrants for the stem cell registry. So people between 17 and 35 not only can donate blood over the summer, but if they enter the stem cell registry, that's another point for you guys. So another way to get some more points and heat up the fires of competition. So
Perfect. Thanks so much, Brett, for that introduction. A lot of people don't know what stem cells are, so I'm always excited when I get the chance to tell you. So currently, nearly there is 1,000 people in Canada who are waiting for a life-saving stem cell transplant. These patients will have a variety of diseases and disorders, which may include cancer, bone marrow deficiency, anaplastic anemia, or sickle cell disease. Over 80 diseases and disorders require these transplants to be treated, and a stem cell transplant would replace the patient's unhealthy stem cells with a matching patient's healthy one. Patients like Alexa, who need a stem cell transplant. Sometimes I cry. Alexa is a 17-year-old girl from Muskeg Cree Nation, and she has two passions, her family and hockey. She has been playing for the U18 AAA Notre Dame Hounds, and she represented Team Saskatchewan this year at the National Aboriginal Hockey Tournament. Alexa has a rare blood cancer and has been told that a stem cell transplant is her only treatment. Only 25% of Canadians find their match within their own family, and Alexa was not able to find one within hers. Like the nearly 1,000 Canadian patients currently searching for a match, Alexa needs to find an unrelated donor. Currently, people who are Black, Indigenous, Asian, Hispanic, or a mixed race heritage collectively make up only about a third of registrants, only 35% of people, while the majority of individuals are Caucasian, 65% of our current registry. Alexa is of Indigenous background, making it really, really hard. There's just over 1% of our registry right now is Indigenous. In order to help patients like Alexa, Canadian Blood Services is dedicated to recruiting healthy and committed volunteer donors for patients in need of stem cell transplant. When a patient needs a stem cell transplant, their care team will begin the search for a donor. The registry searches millions of donors worldwide to see if there is an available match. And when one is found, the team works with the potential donors. Donating is safe, it's simple, and it could be the only chance that patient has. Although not everyone who joins the registry is going to be asked to donate, it's quite low actually. It's kind of like winning the lottery. You get that call. Every single person who joins the registry gives patients like Alexa hope. This year, we're starting something new, and we're asking our first responders to join us in the Sirens for Life campaign. People ages 17 to 35 will make the best donors, and as such, that is the eligibility, being in that age range, 17 to 35. Although if you don't fall in that age range, if you're more like me, you probably know folks who are in that age range, so we ask that you spread the word to them. Other requirements include being in good general health, free of infectious disease, and be willing to donate to any patient, anywhere, with any need. Eligibility and more information can be found by checking our website, blood.ca/stem cells. So thank you all so much for your support this year. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to be here again with this campaign after I switched roles. I'm grateful for Brett for letting me in, and for all of you for having me. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call STAR's Provincial Director, Grant Therrien, to come speak.
Good afternoon. On behalf of everyone at STARS, I'd like to thank our partners at Canadian Blood Services for inviting us to be part of this launch for this year's Sirens for Life campaign. In an emergency, being able to provide the right care to a patient is vital. For many of the critically ill and injured patients that STARS transports, blood is an essential part of that care. Every time you see our red helicopter, we're actually carrying 4 units of blood on board. That blood can make the difference between a life-saving difference for the patients we're caring for. But that blood would not be possible without the generosity of blood donors. The Sirens for Life campaign gives us, as first responders, an opportunity to share with all Manitobans just how much we rely on the donated blood. It's really essential for the work we do. If you're a longtime blood donor, thank you for your generosity. It's helped save lives. If you've never donated blood and you're eligible, please consider becoming a blood donor this summer. You can be the next person who helps us save a life on one of our missions. So thank you again to the Canadian Blood Services and of course my fellow first responders here today. Let's make this the most successful Sirens for Life campaign ever. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. Our last two speakers represent Sirens for Life 2023 winning team. I would next like to call up from the Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service, Chief Christian Schmidt.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy and excited to be here today to help kick off the Sirens for Life campaign for this year. This campaign and donating blood is just an extension of the work that our dedicated team at Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service does each and every day. Our team members save lives, whether it's on a fire truck, on an ambulance, or through the hard work of our individuals working at the 911 Communications Center, or by rolling up their sleeves to donate blood. The members of WFPS are there for Winnipeggers on their worst days. We help people when they are most vulnerable, and on a daily basis, we assist patients who will ultimately require a blood transfusion. Last year, we learned that one of our own had been the recipient of over 75 units of blood. You'll hear from her this morning, or this afternoon rather, and I want to thank paramedic Jamie McClintock for sharing her personal story and helping to encourage all of us, and not only our teammates, but everyone in this community to become blood donors. As you may already know, over the past several years, WFPS has had a friendly competition with our colleagues at the Winnipeg Police Service to see which of our fine departments could bring in the most donations to this event. Last year, those honors went to the WFPS team. This plaque has hung with pride at WFPS headquarters for the last year, and we really look forward to receiving this again this year. The Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service is proud to participate in this campaign each year, and I applaud the responders from all agencies across Manitoba for coming together to help residents in this way. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Schmidt. Okay, I next have the honor to call up Jamie McClintock with the Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service, who will share her story about being a blood recipient.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you've been told, my name is Jamie McClintock. I'm a paramedic with the City of Winnipeg for the last 10 years. I'm honored to have been invited back by Canadian Blood Services for the Sirens for Life kickoff event this year. I'm here to speak about the importance of the donation of blood and blood products. Some of you may be hearing my story for the first time, and for others, this will be another reminder that the need for blood and blood products is always present, as you never know who will be affected. It could be yourself, a family member, a coworker, or a neighbor. The timing of when you or someone else close to you might need blood or blood products is uncertain, much like many other aspects of our lives. I know that as a 21-year-old athlete, I never anticipated the need of blood donations from complete strangers to save my life. In the summer of 2009, I was a healthy 21-year-old college hockey player. I know looking at me now, it's hard to believe, but a lot changes in 15 years. I was at my family cottage in Steep Rock enjoying some fun on the water. I was on the tube and I let go as I suddenly felt extremely weak. I got myself back into the boat and all of a sudden experienced a sharp pain in my head as if I'd been struck by lightning. I then went unconscious and my family was left wondering what was going on. I was rushed to nearby Ashburn Hospital, stabilized as best as possible, and transported to the Health Science Center. When I arrived at HSC, I had an immediate CT scan, which identified 3 separate brain bleeds and a hemorrhagic stroke. My intracranial pressure was through the roof as a result of the swelling in my brain. A shunt is normally placed to relieve this pressure. However, my lab work results came back and it was identified that I had dangerously low platelet count, among other abnormalities found in my blood work. Further investigation discovered that I had 2 different types of leukemia, APL and AML. The combination of these 2 types of leukemia together is so rare that at the time I was only one of 500 documented cases in the entire world. I was immediately started on 24-hour-a-day chemo treatments and put into a medically induced coma where I remained for 38 days. For my body to have the strength to receive these life-saving chemotherapy treatments, I required daily blood transfusions of whole blood and blood products such as platelets and plasma. In total, I received around 75 units of blood and blood products. I would not be standing here doing this speech today had it not been for the selfless blood donations from complete strangers. I wish I could thank each and every one of those people who played a part in saving my life. I'm happy to announce that this September marks 15 years in remission. Unfortunately, I'm not able to donate blood due to my history of leukemia. However, I urge anyone who does have the capability to donate to do so. The staff at Canadian Blood Services are great for making first-time donors feel comfortable and at ease, and the snacks are top-notch. Who doesn't love free cookies and chips? The Sirens for Life campaign is a great way to encourage donors to bring their family and friends out to donate. I obviously hope that WFPS comes out on top, as we did last year for the first time, but I'm just happy and thankful to anyone who is willing to make a selfless donation that can play a part in saving someone's life. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. Can we also get one round of applause for all the speakers today? Thank you all for coming again. To close off, once we show the video for the big police services, we will have time for a question and answer period as well as individual interviews if the press would like, followed by a group donation. Our appointments are starting around 2 p.m. And we have, I think, first 30 to an hour of booked appointments. So if you would like to donate today and start those numbers early, please let me know and we'll see about finding you a spot. But without further ado, I'm going to get this video put up.
Know all too often that providing emergency medical care to stop bleeding does save lives. But saving lives goes beyond just stopping the bleeding.
Going to my first major trauma event, it was overwhelming. There is blood everywhere. You're trying to pull somebody's shirt off, but it's slipping out of your hand.
By donating 1 pint of blood, 3 lives can be saved.
This is why we do the Sirens for Life campaign. Please consider donating today.
Okay, thank you everyone. Next time I will get better sound quality, but just note that the Winnipeg Police Service is live streaming, so I believe we'll be able to find a better audio version of that video online. But yeah, that is the end of our remarks from everyone. Thank you all again. Thank you all for participating in Sirens for Life. It truly is amazing to see you all come out and take time out of your busy schedule, not only to save life from your 9 to 5 or not 9 to 5 for our shift workers, but just also take that time to donate blood. I wouldn't be doing my job if I don't emphasize again, we have over 4,000 open appointments here at 777 Avenue from July to August. And believe it or not, this Monday, July 1st, we have over 100 open appointments still. So if you want to start out the competition strong, you can help us close that gap. I also do want to emphasize friends and family, or really anyone in your network, can help and can help you win this competition and join your team. It is open to anyone, so even if they're not working at your division, or maybe they're retired, or they're just a friend and family, they can join the team as well to help. So yeah, we can really fill those summer appointments and help save lives. And thank you again.